first thing I have to do is I have to right click, or shift right click on it? Okay, and then we have to get upstairs fairly quickly while the fork is still resonating. And then you shift right click on this and the barrels are resonating together. Hello and welcome to another episode of Regrowth Reloaded. Okay, let me get this set right. There we go. Okay, we're gonna get started here today. I want to get that B space barrel hooked up. Remember 2 episodes ago we got this set up here. I did a little bit of work between episodes. I set up another system similar to that over there that we used to test the barrel. But in this case, I am testing the contents of this mana pool, and when they exceed whatever this value is here, then it's going to turn off our mana feeding station here, and that is completely out of coal right now. And as you can see too, I put a double chest in, and then I've got hoppers, and these actually go all the way up to the surface. There's actually 16 hoppers in total going all the way up there. So once we hook this up, it's going to start draining this barrel fairly quickly. It's going to take whatever, like 80 stacks plus whatever it takes to fill up the chest, and so on and so forth. So let's let me check real quick, see what time of the day it is. I don't want to do this at night. It looks like it's nighttime. Okay, let me sleep real quick and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this barrel hooked up. Now you remember 2 episodes ago we made this B space tuning fork, and this is what we're going to use to connect these together. So first thing I have to do is I have to right click, or shift right click on it? Okay, and then we have to get upstairs fairly quickly while the fork is still resonating. And then you shift right click on this and the barrels are resonating together. We almost ran out of time. Now you can see that this barrel is now connected to that barrel down there. There was absolutely nothing in it to begin with, but now it's sharing the contents of that, and it's filling up all these hoppers going all the way down to the ground. You will also notice here, hang on, let me get this skeleton. There we go. Anybody else over here? I'm going to pick this junk up. Always use more of it. Alright, this particular hopper is pointing backwards. It'll still pull down. It's normal vanilla mechanics, but it's pointing backwards because this is where our firebox is going to be for our boiler once we put that in place, which will probably be within the next couple of episodes. But in the meantime, we are now loading up everything down below, and we are able to not only handle our boiler that we're going to have up there, but we are also filling up our chest here, and it's going to keep us supplied in mana. So that's automated there, that as long as this mana pool is at 90% full or so, if it's below 90% or whatever that is set at, it will produce more mana to refill that up. And then at the same time, this is going to be pulling and restocking the coal over here, and once that drops below, then it'll create more. So right now we're still good. Our coal essence production, you see we have 84,000 pieces of coal essence, so that is incredibly good. over here, let's check up on our essence, and we have 70,000 of that. Now, I did a couple other things too. You might notice that I've got stone slabs here, and that's because I came under here and I've extended our mana network out quite a bit, all the way back under to where our farms are that are above ground. And let me show you that real quick. And I've done quite a bit of work here with this. First thing you might notice here is that I remember that the wall kind of came to here. Well, it's pushed back even further now. And I was going to use this area here for a storage room, but I decided not, because I dug out all this area underneath our farmlands up above so that we can set up the same system that we have with the drums of the wild and the pipes and stuff like that. And we're going to feed all that down, and it's going to come into here, and I'm going to set up my storage system in this area here. So we've got plenty of room for a storage system. I am slowly working on putting a floor back in here up above, so that if I can, there we go. So I need to replace this floor here, and then the floor below is going to be all for our storage system. Also, when I dug this out, I found this beehive stuck inside the rock. So this is a rock hive. I'm going to have to make a scoop so that we can dig that out. I don't want to start the whole bee quest, but we need to get that out of our way. It's not hurting anything right now, but you may as well collect it. So up here, I've actually moved the ladder back, and now this comes up inside the house right there. And I moved in a couple of things. I moved in our display cases for those things. The armor stand that I had sitting over in the corner there, I know I never showed you how to make them, but it's just an armor stand. It's a slightly different recipe, but you know, you don't do that. You can, you know, swap your armor off. You know, I did, I moved the bed in here. I put some fencing around the stairwell so we don't fall off. I also took those large clay pots and I put some along here because that was kind of wasted space. And then I put some flowers in it, moved our bed in there. Also, you might notice around the outside here, there's some redstone. And the only reason that's there is because I did have one of those concussion creepers actually spawned up here. And I also had a spider spawn up here. So I put some redstone down, and mobs can't spawn on redstone. So anywhere where there's like a ledge like this, it's got a stripe of redstone running along. You can't really see it unless you look for it. I haven't done anything up in the attic. I haven't done anything down here really other than that. Now outside, we've done quite a bit. So I moved that other large pot over here. I kind of bone mealed the area off a little bit. I put in some bushes here. There is some lighting. If you look, this actually goes down 2 and then over 1, and there's a torch under here, so this will light up the outside of the house. I created these fence posts. I don't know why it says oak wood. They were made from spruce, but you just take a spruce log and a regular axe and you put them together in a crafting frame, and that gives those, and then you add some string to it to make them kind of tie together like that, but they kind of act like a fence. You see, I can't jump over that. Some other things I did to tidy this up, I took out that extra log that was here and I put some stairs under there. I think that looks a lot better. I moved our torches up there, put some torches here. The trodden dirt is similar to path blocks. We do not have path blocks in this because this is 1.7.10. They look the same to me, so I think they work. It's a little weird. You have to mix, you have to make coarse dirt, which is not the same as coarse dirt that you're used to where you mix dirt and gravel. Nope, that recipe's not in here. You have to take regular dirt, throw it into a mana pool, and that gives you the coarse dirt, which is here. So you see it says Minecraft dirt, coarse dirt, grass won't grow on it. So you mix that with what? Let me look at this, see if I can pull up the recipe for it. So it's 3 coarse dirt and 1 sand will give you 4 trodden dirt. So it's a little more complicated to make than just right clicking on the grass with a shovel and making a nice path block, but it does the trick. Let's see, I put some buttons on here to make it look like nails. Again, I put some stairs along the side like this to kind of divide that off. And then I accentuated it with some stone slabs and stairs along the outside to make it look a little nicer. So let me take a look at this. One thing I didn't notice. Nah, it looks fine. So that's yeah, that's it that I've done with the house. So let's take a look at our list, and what I need to do is we're going to go back downstairs. Oop. That's not what I was wanting. And we're going to be crafting 2 more seeds that we're going to place. So let's go ahead and get those started. So in here is what we need for this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come into a book. We're going to go into chapter 7, what the world is built from. And we're going to come over here to Spidey seeds. See. Surely another method of string and spider eye collection won't go awry. Okay, so we need to make spider soul seeds. So this is 3 strong essence, rune of spring, rune of earth, 1 string, 1 spider eye, and essence seeds. So you can go ahead and get this stuff moved up and out of the way. So 3 strong essence, string, spider eye, rune of earth, rune of spring, and essence seeds. Come over here. I moved this around too, so it's on this side, and I took down my potion thing. We'll swap them out when we need them until I get this rearranged in a more useful fashion. Alright, so those 3, the string, the spider eye, the rune of earth, rune of spring, and essence seeds. Grab our wand, we'll let that do its thing, and I'll be right back with you as soon as this is ready. Alright, let's do this. Living rock. Wand, there we go. We've got our spider seeds. Let's go ahead and put our runes back. Claim our reward. We're going to take our strong essence. Okay, and the next one we're going to be doing is these here fragmented seeds. Making seeds for the 4 elements was easy enough, but was insufficient for creating the crystallized elemental energy employed in thaumaturgy. By combining strong essence with living runes, you think you've found a way to create these shards of the elements. So we need to create these infused shard seeds. Now normally you'd find these shards, I believe, underground. I really don't know much about Thaumcraft. We're going to learn this together. But since they're not available, we're going to have to craft them ourselves. So let's take a look at a recipe. Okay, rune of air, rune of water, rune of earth, rune of fire, rune of autumn, rune of mana, 3 strong essence, and 1 essence seed. So let's get this started here. I'm going to get this stuff out of the way. Spider seeds. Alright, so 3 essence. Air, water, fire, earth, autumn, mana, and seeds. All right. Get these placed. All right, so this will take a moment, so I'll be right back with you as soon as we're ready. All right, let's do this. Rock. Get all of our runes back, and we got our seeds. So let's get this stuff put away. There we go. And we got our spider seeds. We got our shards. All right, let's go ahead and claim our reward. Okay, we're going to do strong essence again. And there we go. All right, next thing I want to do is in chapter 9, which is in Life of the World. And we're going to come over here and we're going to do, where is it? Wolf. Wolves are tamed easily and incredibly loyal once you've done so. That and their tongues are rather useful when practicing witchcraft. Okay, so we're going to spawn a wolf egg. So let's take a look at that. So we need 2 bones, 2 raw beef, 3 experience drops, and 1 egg. So let's come over here. Let me get this out of the way. So two of those, 2 of those. I'm going to go ahead and put these in here because I'm actually going to make 3 of these, or I'm sorry, 2 sets of these. Just because I want extras, because I know I'm going to need them for something else later on. So let's go ahead and get this going. So we got our 2 steak, 2 bones, 3 experience drops, 1 egg, get our stone, and this might take a while. So give me a moment. I'll be right back with you. All right, let's do this. There we go. There we got our spawn wolf egg. We go ahead and claim our reward. We get another egg. Spawn wolf. We also get 8 experience drops. There we go. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and right click on here. Maybe shift right click. No. Sworn it said right click. I'm going to go ahead and craft up another egg, and then I will meet you upstairs in just a moment. All right, I've cleaned up my mess. I've scanned the seeds, went ahead and planted them real quick. Got everything put away. So let's go ahead and take a look at some other stuff in the book. We're going to go into chapter 4, What the World Teaches. And then we're going to come over here to this one called Fuming. A witch's oven is all well and good, but it'd be good to know what you can use it for. This tome that witches often seem to keep in their abodes supposedly can inform you of the different fumes that can be collected in the oven. So we're going to be looking at witchcraft collecting fumes. So let's take a look at the recipe. So it's a belladonna, black dye or an ink sac, a feather, and a piece of charcoal. So I have that over here. Yes, I do. So we got belladonna, black dye, charcoal, feather, and the book. Now let's see. It was a book, belladonna, black dye, charcoal, feather. There we go. We got the fuming. Go ahead and claim our rewards so we get some more clay jars, get some experience, get some books. All right, so the next one that we're going to be doing is recipes for disaster. So let's take a look at that. The coven witches you've encountered all seem to be really into this new fad of brewing stuff in cauldrons. From what you can tell, they learned the skill from a book titled Witch's Brews. Maybe you should try and get a hold of a copy. When looking at a recipe in the book, power requirements can be seen for each ingredient by hovering over them. The value in brackets is the altar power required if the cauldron is not augmented by ritual circles around it. Okay, so Witch's Brews. This one is dirt, black dye, a book, and a feather. Okay, so we got dirt, black dye, book, and feather. So put the book in the center, dirt above, black dye, and a feather, and there we go. We've got Witch's Brews. Let's go ahead and claim our rewards. We get some Mutandis, another book, and some experience drops. Okay, does this open up anything else? This one's been open for a while. We can't do that because that one, that's the one that's something about, yeah. Nothing we can do. So yeah, this is another nether star. Yeah, we do not have anything to do with that one at the moment. So we got our 2 books. Let me go ahead and put those up here real quick. So, let me just put them in here for now, just to get them out of our way. There we go. Go ahead and toss some of this stuff in here. Experience drops I got downstairs, Mutandis. We'll deal with that later. All right. Next thing we're going to be doing is in chapter 5. So let's come back in here, what the world enables. And we're going to come down here to mechanical carpentry. A device you recall using in the past was a mechanical carpenter for use in crafting with the aid of various fluids. This process should kickstart your industrial pursuits into motion. Okay, so we need to craft a carpenter. So if we take a look, this is 6 bronze, 2 glass, and a sturdy casing. Now, the sturdy casing is 8 bronze put in the rolling machine. So let's take a look here. Nope, that's the wrong one. So I've got the 8 for the rolling machine, and those are the other ones. So let's come over here. Let's get this rolling machine fired up. There we go. What did I do with my book? Oh, somehow I put it on that. All right, and the rolling machine, we're going to come in here and we're going to put the 8 of them in a circle like that. Go ahead and hit that. Let's see if we got enough power saved up in this to make the casing. We do. All right, so we can turn that off. We don't need that running at all. All right, so we had sturdy casing, 2 pieces of glass, 6 bronze makes our carpenter. So we can go ahead and claim our reward, which is 16 water cans. See, that open up some of this stuff? Yeah, I should call you Squishy. We're going to do that later, not today. And that was everything that I had planned for as far as the quests were concerned. Now, I do have one other thing that I want to make, and that was the deco bench. This is not a quest because this was one of the mods that I added in that to make the reloaded part of Regrowth. We'll do that here in just a second. Let me go ahead and sleep real quick, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look real quick. We're going to come in here and we're going to say Deco Bench. And there's our Deco Bench. Now this is made from a crafting table, green, red, and blue dye, and a block of clay. So we're going to have to do that. I've got that here. So I've got the crafting table, green, blue, red dye, and a block of clay. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. So crafting table is green, blue, red, and a block of clay. No. There we go. Maybe I had them out of order. All right, so there's the Deco Bench. Now the next thing we're going to need to go with it are the crafting clay. So let's just come in here and we're going to do crafting clay. Yeah, so we need red, blue, and green. And this is not regular clay. This is made from dirt, sand, and a dye. So we've got these here. So dirt, sand, dye, dirt, sand, dye. So red, green, and the blue. So come up here, red. Okay, so now we got our red. Okay, it's blue. And then finally our green. There we go. So we got 64 of each. All right, so let's come inside here and figure out where we're going to put this thing. I was thinking about this would be the kitchen area here. This might be like a living area. Let's come up here and let's see, put it over here. So let's get our crafting bench out, Deco Bench. And yeah, I think right there is a good spot for it. And then I think, yeah, you right click on it. And then we need to fill it with the resources. So there's our red, green, and our blue. Oh my goodness, it thinks like it takes, yeah, it'll hold quite a bit more than what we put in there. But once you get your clays in there, then you can come through this and you can start looking at things in here of all the different things that we can do. Let's see if there's a chair. And the different types of chairs: wooden chair, stone chair, rocking chairs. Let's see, what about tables? So different types of tables. There's a glass table, a wooden table. Let me see, nightstands. Dresser. It's a girl's dresser. Let's see, do we have enough to do it? We do. And then we can put that down somewhere, maybe over here, like that. I don't know if it is usable. Ha ha ha. There we go. That's cool. Unfortunately, you can't see yourself in the mirror, but we'll have to play around with some of that. I'll have to make up a whole bunch more of these clays to fill this thing up, and then we can work on decorating our house a bit. So that's everything that I had planned for today. So in the next episode, we'll probably do some work on our big farm again. We'll probably have to see if we can do any more seeds, and we'll figure out what other things along the mechanical pursuits lines that we have that we can do, and maybe do some of that. So until next time, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Goodbye.